Now, these aren't the best of times for the insurance space as markets have not been giving expected yields and growth, made worse by more frugal spending by consumers under a high inflation environment. Now, how are insurance companies rolling with the punches? Joining us today on Business Roadshow is Fang Siong Chong. He's the Chief Financial Officer of Allianz PNB Life. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the Business Roadshow.
Hi, good afternoon, Stanley.
It's good to have you here. Now, like many other industries, the insurance space has faced unique challenges during the pandemic. Now, I'd like to ask, how had it been for the insurance sector all through those 3 difficult years?
Yeah, thanks, Stanley, first of all, having me here today. So I think pandemic correct really a lot of different type of the challenges, I would say, particularly for the insurance sector. For example, from a traditional way of the face-to-face selling the insurance has been badly affected, but we need to react very quickly and change the traditional mood to the virtual selling, which Allianz PNB Life was one of the pioneers to practice this in the market. So in terms of the industry growth, however, has been experiencing a very significant growth despite the challenges of the time of the pandemic. So it has made the individual realize the importance of the saving as well as having health and the life protection. So good thing is that the awareness has been increasing and the market is responding very well. So in the local market, we can see that the insurance premium is projecting growing 11% year on year, especially in the life segment. And last year, Allianz PNB Life was able to sustain the strong financial growth of a GWP of 12% in the 3rd year in a row. So that's and also ranking among the top 3 in the best performer in the local insurance industry. So I think this figure indicate that the customer are recognizing the value as well as the relevance to the insurance product, even during the pandemic challenges.
Okay, Mr. Chong, it's nice to hear the market is growing, but still we are still in volatile times, particularly in terms of investments, which a lot of the insurance funds are also being placed to grow them. Now, talk to us about fund management now, and how has your company perhaps leveraged the investments in a very down market? Because we're seeing more challenges ahead in terms of markets and investments, and how are insurance companies rolling with the punches, so to speak?
All right, I think asset management is Allianz core strength, and also we have a very strong partner globally. So offering the very diversified portfolio to meet the customer needs. So in fact that we are also the #1 banker partnership in the Philippines. So in terms of the markets, it's always go up and down. And importantly is that we need to have a very expert in the team to able to assess whether the individual, to assess the different individual profile and understand the risk appetite, and then able to provide the right option to match the profile. So I think this is something that's very important to manage during this volatility in the global economy environment.
Okay, now I'd like to go back to what you mentioned a while ago about the growth in the insurance industry in your consumer sector to about 11%, despite our premise earlier in the program that these are hard times and purses might be tight in terms of spending by consumers. Now, how would you describe the recovery now of the insurance sector, knowing that, of course, the budgets are still tight, as I've mentioned, and are you seeing more lapsed accounts in the past 2 years?
I think the inflation is kind of a hot topic nowadays, right? So, but I think the situation has been start tempering down, and we do observe that the premium income is still growth in the life segment. And in view of this, we do expect that the underlying changes in the technology will become more dramatic. But I think during this high-rise cost of living environment is very critical for the insurer to remind the customer how important to keep the protection and the health coverage in force and provide more education to the public, to the customer, to ensure the awareness, and also how they and the loved one could be benefit from the continuous coverage. So with the higher cost of the medical nowadays, I think the needs of the protection and the health coverage become even more critical. And I believe the current market is responding well. And based on the Q1 statistic, it showed that 18% growth in terms of the NB and APE. So this shows that the one good thing or good news is that although the high inflation now and with a very tight budget, but the people are still very much recognizing how important of the insurance that it come into the place, and also how the insurance could help to fit the needs of the Filipino in such a high medical cost environment.
Okay, Mr. Chong, you have one thing going for you, the growing population. Of course, in the Philippines, we have that population with growing income and matching growing needs and demands. Now, would you say this generation is more savvy when it comes to getting insurance, investing, and even the fact that they are your core population now, your core market?
Yes, I think the value proposition now will evolve, right? Because from pure financial compensation, I would say, to more towards the risk management, right? In another word, we will need to look at and provide more holistic service offering and prevent and mitigate the risk. Like in terms of the millennial or the Gen Z, I think they are very much looking forward something that very personalized and something that's very relevant to them, and what is the difference, something that's very unique to them. So I would say that other than the competitive insurance product that we will need to meet the demand, I think very much important also to have the very competency of the life changes in order to able and provide a comprehensive solution or more value-added services or more engagement to now the people that to looking forward to have more than just the insurance product. Yeah.
Okay, that speaks about flexibility as well in your products and the services that you offer. Knowing for a fact that this generation is more savvy and might want a hand in terms of investing on insurance, we also have a lot of platforms selling insurance online, the digital platforms. In fact, the G-Wallet services are already offering that, as well as banks. Now, how do you maintain your competitive edge against a lot of these platforms offering your products and services?
Yeah, I think this is a very, very good question, Stanley. I think technology really will change how insurers operate nowadays. Ecosystem, for instance, play a very decisive role in terms of customer access and offering not only the individual product anymore, but very comprehensive solution to the customer needs. And also the development of the AI is actually revolute the entire change, the entire change from the underwriting to the claim handling. So how Allianz PNB Life maintain is significantly investing into the core and also the digital tool to remain the core as an insurer, focusing on the protection and the health product, that which is the real lagging of the Filipino currently. So this is where how the Allianz PNB Life would like to maintain and retain the competitive in terms of the technology base, and we will never stop investing in the digital tool to become more digitalized, savvy, and giving the best customer experiences, in the market.
Lastly, and in closing, Mr. Chong, sustainability is now a byword in terms of insurance within that ecosystem. Talk to us about Allianz PNB and its efforts to ensure sustainability in its offerings.
I think Allianz considered as one of the most sustainable insurer in the world, and this is also the core part of our DNA. And again, we will also continue the investment in this area. For example, we do have the sustainability partner to provide the financial literacy program, and also having the Right Safe campaign to promote the sustainability mobility. And also we do explore the new partner in terms of the food rescue. So in short is that sustainability is something that we would like to be more advanced and would like to drive more, and definitely that we will continue and promote more sustainable journey, in the Philippines.
All right, on that note, we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Mr. Fang Siong Chong, Chief Finance Officer of Allianz PNB Life. Have a good day.
Thank you, Stanley.